Today on the channel, we're going to unbox this Fesley FSG 350 electric guitar. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to unbox this guitar that Fesley sent me. Everything that Fesley has sent me over the last couple of years has been really nice quality, so my expectations are high on this. This is the FSG 350. We'll soon see what this looks like. Fesley wins an award again for the largest box to ship a guitar in, which is actually kind of cool because there's another box in here and they always arrive safe. I've never had a damaged guitar really from Fesley. They really do a nice job with packing. So let's take a look at this thing, man. Let's open it up and check it out. Okay, first things first, let's get this thing flipped over so I can cut the tape off of it. Hopefully the camera angle will look good for this reveal. Just some simple 4 sections of tape here on the main large box here. Okay, so we'll flip this back over so we can get it the right way. Well, let's see here. Slide this thing out this way, I guess. All right. So what we've got here is the standard Fesley box. Packed really nicely, as stated earlier. Very cool. Now we'll take the tape off of this. More than likely this will be in a gig bag. Everything I've received from Fesley so far has been in a gig bag, so we'll see. There it is. Okay, got a nice gig bag. We'll take a look inside the compartment here and see what we've got. All right, so we've got a strap. We've got the instruction manual. We've got a Allen wrench for the truss rod. We've got some guitar picks. We have a sanding block. I suppose if there's any kind of fret sprout or any issues, they give that to you just in case you want to, if your fretboard dries out a little bit. This looks like just a standard instrument cable. So pretty much everything that you need to start off with. Now we'll unzip here and see what we've got. This is again the FSG 350. Lay this case on the ground. This is something new. It's got it in a airtight little bag here, and then some of this fine cloth. Packaged really nice. That's very important. That shows that they're actually care about this stuff. Okay, so we've got us, dare I say, an SG style guitar. Okay, take that off. Very cool, very cool. Doesn't look like there's any damage at all on the front or the neck. Let's see here. This is sort of a matte satin finish, but I don't know, it's kind of in between gloss and satin. It feels nice. Got a string through body, and then this tunematic style bridge for intonation. Looks like it's been intonated. I can tell by the saddles. I like the frets. Very reminiscent of kind of like an ESP, like an Eclipse, right? Let's look at the back. Okay, there's the ferrules. Got this casket looking neck plate, or not neck plate, but control cover. This is nice. Look at that, how the neck is sealed in there. Got the strap button on the back and one on the heel of the guitar here. Back of the headstock looks like this. Front of the headstock. There's binding on the neck. That feels really professional, feels really nice. Let me look at this nut, the way this nut is cut. It looks like it's done properly. This is cool. Clearly there's one volume and a tone, no push-pulls. Your three-way switch, two humbuckers clearly. Got the black screws to raise and lower the humbuckers. Matching black screws on the plates. So chrome and black looks like the adornments here. Let me get some close-up shots of this thing so we can take a better look at it, okay? Cool, I'm impressed. Looks really nice. All right, everybody, we're in the studio now. We've got this thing running into Pro Tools. I've got my Fractal X8 set with a Sir Badger model. I've got some stereo, reverb, and delay in Pro Tools just because I want to give it some ambience, but we're going to go through some gritty and dirty tones just to give you an idea of what this thing can sound like, okay? So here we go. All right, so here's my final thoughts on this FSG 350. First of all, this is obviously an SG copy in a sense. You know, FSG stands for Fesley SG. This is very, very familiar to a LTD Viper with the offset shape and, you know, 2 controls and a 3-way toggle switch. I like the fact that it's got a string through bridge. That's kind of cool because when you change strings, especially if you're a beginner, you don't have to worry about the tailpiece falling off, and that's just one less piece of hardware. And, you know, arguably this may cause a little bit more or result in some different tones, a little bit warmer and maybe more sustained, more a different type of tone in this style of guitar. I like the way that the neck is attached to the body. Okay, I think this is a nice design. I think that the curvature of this is very comfortable for upper fret access. I was impressed with the feel of the frets. There's nice binding on the fretboard. There's no fret sprout at all on this guitar. If you look at the LTD online, the LTD's got a really ugly headstock. So for those of you out there that may have an LTD Viper, not, you know, bagging on the guitar, but the LTD Viper headstock is really ugly, and these tuners are way off to the side. I like the fact that Fesley kind of took a Paul Reed Smith design approach to the headstock, where the string alignment is in pattern with the actual string or the tuning posts right here. So for tuning stability, this guitar stays in tune really well. The strings are not the best. I'll tell you some of the things that I think to look out for. I mean, this is $189 right now on Amazon. So, yeah, I mean, you can barely build a guitar for $189 with a kit. And the finish on this and the binding and everything, impossible to get this quality for this cost on your own. Now, if you build your own guitar, it's fun and you can customize it, and it's a project. I understand. I like doing that myself, but for $189, this is an insane value. The pickups sound nice, but I will say you should put a different set of strings on it. The strings are not great. They feel a little bit, they feel just a little cheap to my fingers. I think that it could stand a little bit of a fretboard cleaning and fret polish. Minor complaints. This is, you know, splitting hairs, because for $189, outstanding job on this guitar. Honestly, they don't pay me to say this stuff. This is just my unfiltered, honest opinion for you. But new strings wouldn't hurt. And clean the fretboard, polish the frets. The low E was a little bit high in the nut slot, so I took a small fret file and I gave it 6 or 7 files and brought the low E down. Now that's just my personal preference, but I brought it down just a little bit, and I lowered the bridge. There's 2 flathead screws that go on each side, and I just lowered the bridge down a little bit, and I gave the truss rod about a half of a turn to the right, and that brought the neck relief back a little bit and brought these strings down. Now, if you adjust your truss rod too tight and you get buzzing in this section, you need to twist it back to the left. You shouldn't get any buzzing there. But if it's too tight, that's where it'll buzz, okay? And if it's fretting out up here, then you've got your action too low on this. So it's a little bit of a balance, but small adjustments like that really are not a big deal, especially when you get a guitar for $189. Those are easy adjustments. Now, I understand for novice players that may be something you don't want to toy around with, but that's really something you need to learn how to do anyway, because if you're going to be a guitar player, you need to know how to do small adjustments like this. You'll save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of money in the future. It's kind of like putting air in your tires of your car. It's that simple. And if you have a car, you got to know how to do basic things. Put gas in it, put air in your tires, check your oil level. Those are rudimentary things you should be able to do on any guitar yourself. But yeah, the design feels good. The matte finish, satin matte type finish is nice. I don't see any imperfections in this guitar. It's probably all cut with CNC machines and assembled because the parts come out perfectly. No high frets that I could I could tell. I've been playing on this guitar for a while. It took me a while to film this video because I set it up and I wound up playing it for about an hour. I got lost in jamming on stuff. So anyway, check it out. I've got the link in the description below. It's the Fesley FSG 350. They've got different color options available. There's a green one out there that looks really cool if black isn't your thing. And anyway, hope you like this kind of content. If you do, please consider subscribing, comment below, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.